To learn JavaScript, first you have to learn HTML form and form elements. So what is a form? Form is like a printed form, say graduation application form. There are a lot of fields there that must be filled up, right? Like a job application form where there are a lot of fields like name, address, phone number that you have to fill up. Form is a tag. It's a PR tag, as you can see. It comes the form itself, the word, and it closes with a slash. On the form you will have a lot of text boxes that you have to fill up, okay? And that's where you actually can type, or if it's a printed form, that's where you write, like it prompts that write your name. On the screen it prompts like type your login ID and password. Okay? Those are text boxes. I don't know what that box is, I just killed it. Okay, then on the form you will also have a button. Okay? Button usually initiates an action, okay? What you can click on to initiate the processing of data provided on the form. Okay? So you filled up the form, then you click on the button and the processing starts. Button and input text box, tags are very much similar. Not similar exactly there, but there are some similarity. As you can see, both of them are input tag. Okay. When say input type equal text, then you get text box. When you say input type equal button, then you get a button on a screen. Okay. Input text box has a name. What that text box would be called. Suppose we are collecting somebody's age, so we call that text box age. Then text box would also have a size. Okay? How big of a text box you want. Suppose you are asking for somebody's last name, and last name can be 10, 15 characters. I don't know why these keep popping, so we're gonna keep killing it. Okay. Says depending on how big of an input value you are expecting, you will change the size accordingly. You can type different numbers. It's kind of a trial and error method. Okay. Then button would have a value. Okay, this value is actually the label printed on the button. I don't know why they don't call it label, but they call it value, so you have to comply. Instead of submit, if you type calculate, so that's what's going to show on the button. If you say push me, then that's what's going to show on the button. And then button can be clicked as such. When you click the button, what's going to happen? And we're going to leave that part blank here. Okay, so that's where JavaScript is going to go. Okay, so with that introduction, let's go create an HTML form. Here I start with the template that I have done before. So here is HTML, head, body, everything, and title is my name. Okay, so I'm going to save the file. Says save or save as. I'm going to save it on desktop, and I'm going to call it form practice 1, and it has to be hypertext markup, so it's being saved as form practice 1 HTML. It is being saved in desktop, so if I'm going to look for the file, I know where to find it. Okay, so I save it, and now as you can see the PR tags light up. So I will run this in Internet Explorer. Okay, so launch in Internet Explorer. I'm going to put this window next to it so I can see what's going to be the output. And as you can see, after I loaded it, the output, the title only shows my name and nothing on here because we don't have anything. Okay, so for the time being, I'm going to leave this part blank. Later we'll come back and add. Okay, so we want to create change, say keep. Okay, maybe that will take care of that. Okay. Suppose we're going to create a form, and that would have 3 text boxes. Okay, so here we go. So enter item price. Okay, and next to that we want an input box. So input type equal text, because we are trying to create an input box, and it has a name, so we call it say price, for example. And here my typing error equals, so there you go. That's one good thing about Notepad++. The color kind of tells you exactly where you made a typing mistake. Okay. So size, I'm going to say size equal 10. Usually 10 gives you a fairly good size text box. You can try something bigger and smaller for yourself to find out which one you like. Okay. Then I'm going to say enter number of items. So how many of those pieces you are buying. Suppose enter item price is going to be $30. You are buying pair of jeans. How many pair of jeans you are buying? So 2 pairs. So it's going to be $60 in total. Okay, so that's the kind of thing that we are about to create. Input, again, type equal text. It's more of the same. Once you get one, you can get the next one fairly easily. Name equal, since this one was price, we called it price, and this was number of items, so let's call this one items. Okay. This is a variable name. You can give just about any name you want as long as you follow the variable naming rules. And size equal, again, say 10. Okay. We close, and then we say total cost is so total cost, and then we put a text box again, input, again type equal text. You probably figured what it's going to be. Name equal, since this is the total cost, suppose we call it cost. Okay. And then this also have to have a size, so it's a size equal 10. Okay. And closing. Okay. Then we want to have a button too, so we say input type equal, guess what, this time we're going to have button, not text. If you have text, it would be text box. Button, then value, not label, value equal, suppose we say calculate. Okay. Here again, looking at the color, I can tell I missed something, so I come back and change. Okay, value, and then on click. What's going to happen if we click on this button? Okay, for the time being, we're going to just leave it blank. Okay. Now if we save it and reload it, see how it appears on the screen. Everything is in one line. By the way, always say allow blocked contents. So we're going to enter some space. So we put a break, okay, and see how that goes. Actually, I know that one break is not going to be enough. Okay, so we put another break. Oh, by the way, I probably didn't copy the whole thing. Here we go. I'm going to copy and paste. So 2 breaks, 1 break, another break, 1 break, another break. Okay, so that hopefully will give us some space. Let's see, save it and see how it looks. Okay, that's how it looks. Alright, if we click on it, nothing going to happen. Okay. By the way, since it's a form, we have to have a form tag too. So I come here, add the form tag here, and right after it, we close the form. Okay. So that completes our creating a form. Okay. And this form has 3 different elements. One is label, like enter price, and then text box, and then finally we have a button. Okay, except for there is no event handler. Like when you click on the button, an event occurs. It's supposed to go ahead process the data entered in there, but it's not going to process something. Okay. By the way, as you can see here, you can type anything you want, type anything you want, type anything you want. The result field, you're going to get these, multiply these, and the result going to come here. So user shouldn't be able to type things in the result field. Okay, how do you keep user from typing something in there? Cost is the field where you don't want user to type something, so you just type read only. Okay, put the word read only there. You don't have to say this equal to read only or read only equal to something, just the word read only. Okay, then if you save it and then we reload it, we can type, say, I am buying item price $30, buying jeans, that's $30. I'm buying 2 pairs of jeans and it should be $60, right? If I try to type 60, I don't know if you can hear the sound or not. I'm trying to type but it doesn't let me type because of that read only. Calculated fields should be protected from user typing the result. Suppose you work 10 hours, you get paid $10 per hour, so you made $100, but nobody gonna stop you to type 2 million in here. They say I made $2 million. So you should not be able to type in, and that's how you keep user from typing into a particular field. If you put read only at the end of these fields, they won't be able to type in either, but then that ruins the whole thing. You want them to type number of items, you want them to type the item cost, however you don't want them to type total cost. Your program should calculate that. Okay, so that is a simple form. Next thing we will do is see how to process the form. Okay, that's all for now.